Hi everyone, it's really exciting to be here and take part of this I think unique day, right? So hopefully you guys see my screen. I think you do. All right, so let's get to it. So yeah, my name is Alberto. I'm the developer relations manager at PureStake, which is the company building Moonbeam, the project that I'm going to talk to you about today. So it's basically a smart contract parachain with Ethereum compatibility. So the presentation will have a brief introduction of Moonbeam, and then we have a very special demo to show you guys. And later on today, I'll be joined by Joe, who is the CTO of SushiSwap, and Boring Crypto, which is the lead architect of the bento box at SushiSwap. So very excited to have them on board as well. So I guess the first question we have to ask ourselves is what is Moonbeam? And the most basic definition is that Moonbeam is an Ethereum-compatible smart contract platform. Basically, at its core, it has an EVM. So this means that it provides compatibility for Solidity smart contracts, or actually anything that compiles to EVM bytecode. Then we have different layers of functionalities on top of the EVM. The first one being a Web3 RPC, as you can see here. So this means that we're compatible with all the Ethereum-based tools that you know and love already, such as MetaMask, Truffle, Remix, Hardhat. We have a bunch of documentation and how you can use these tools on Moonbeam, our testnet, for example, Moonbase Alpha today. And also another great part of Moonbeam is that we have we have worked around we have modified the underlying account system of our parachain to standardize it. We standardize the account and key format to that of Ethereum. This is really exciting because it means that when you interact with our EVM, you're going to use your Ethereum account and your Ethereum private key as you would do right now on Ethereum. But then when you move to other like substrate-based features or like parachain standard features like governance or staking, which we just basically rolled out to our testnet a few weeks ago, you're going to do all of that as well with the same Ethereum account and private key, which is very exciting for us to share this with you. And on top of all, we have been building a great ecosystem of different integrations. A lot of them are DeFi oriented, but we have other great integrations as well. And we're truly excited about the ecosystem we're building. So why does a multi-chain strategy make sense? And for the sake of this presentation, I'm only going to talk about the topic in the middle. And this is basically that new projects can be first movers in new markets, right? And a lot of these projects can access through Moonbeam to assets that are not natively available on Ethereum, right? So they can connect through Moonbeam to either Polkadot and Kusama and access not only DOT or KSM, but a growing list of parachain-based assets. And we think this is important because this provides just a new whole market that they can tap into. And how does Moonbeam plays out in this multi-chain world, right? So basically, let's say that you have your Solidity-based smart contracts, and you can either have them deployed to Ethereum, and then just let's say that you're using this very common tool called Truffle, or let's say Hardhat or whatever, and you have Truffle or Hardhat set up to deploy these contracts to Ethereum, right? And just by changing or adding the provider of Moonbase Alpha or testnet, for example, you can deploy those contracts exactly the same with minor modifications if needed, because sometimes you don't have to do any modifications to Moonbeam. And we have had a lot of feedback from projects saying that it's just unbelievably simple to do so. And this means that if you do so, your contracts will live in Moonbeam, but more importantly, you'll have access to the whole Polkadot ecosystem of other parachains. So which is just basically great to do so, right? And some of the projects that are working on Moonbeam include, for example, SushiSwap. Yesterday, we announced that Bouncer is coming to Moonbeam, which is very exciting for us. We also have Ocean Protocol, Human Protocol, IDX, and a ton of other projects. So we're really excited about the ecosystem that we're building. And it's just truly amazing to see the progress that we've made over the past weeks. And I think the most exciting part for me today about this presentation is to show you guys the Balancer demo that we've prepared. So basically, as you heard me say before, Balancer is coming to Moonbeam, and we wrote a blog post about it. You can see it on this link on the slide. And what I'm going to show you today is a demo proof of concept. So basically, we really worked hard on providing, on bringing all the smart contracts from Balancer to Moonbeam, making sure to adapt their front ends. We had some help with parity in some cases, but it was truly amazing to see, bringing the balancer to Moonbeam. So we have a very proof of concept demo that will show the core functionalities, also including the smart order routing, which is basically the tool that it's used to maximize or get you the best price possible when you're doing trades of tokens. If we have time, I'll show you the pool management UI, which is something related to you can create pools and do other stuff. And we're also looking for long-term support, meaning that we're looking for developers or teams that maintain Balancer on Moonbeam. This means that there are grants that are being issued both by Balancer and Moonbeam, and you can find more information in the link that it's basically on the slide. So yeah, for this demo, what I want to do now, it's basically to explain to you a little bit of the pools that we've deployed to Moonbeam. So basically, we have deployed, we don't have the graph fully working right now on our testnet, although we're actually trying to bring this feature set to Moonbase Alpha soon. So we have we've actually deployed some amount of pools with some token allocations in the pools already, right? So let's just say, for example, pool 1. So in the case of pool 1, we have a 33% distribution weight. And we've actually said, for example, wrap ETH, we have deposited 100 wrap ETH, 200 token 1s, so these are ERC20 tokens, and 300 token 2s. In pool 2, what we've done is do a 25% distribution in weight, and we've actually done 100 wrap ETH, 200, 300, and 400 and on. And we have other pools. I'm not going to go through like the math or anything, but the idea is that we have pre-deployed a certain amount of pools with tokens allocated so we can trade with them, right? And don't go into the math here because you can probably arbitrage the crap out of these pools, but it's just for demo purposes. So I'm going to go ahead and jump to the demo that I prepared for you guys. So this is basically the Balancer front, one of the Balancer's front ends that you can see here. I have connected it to a Moonbeam node, and you can see that I have MetaMask being used as an injected provider here. And what I have here is an account that holds different amount of tokens, and I'm going to, for example, show you guys what happens when I do a trade between wrap ETH and token 2. So if I just put here 2 tokens, you will see that I get the price information. And if I expand this menu right here, you can see that the smart order routing is optimizing my trade by using 2 balancer pools. So this is really great to see here. If I, for example, choose to trade wrap ETH versus token 3, and I'm going to put here 5, you will see that once again, the smart order routing that actually works off-chain is optimizing my trade with these 2 balancer pools. But if I increase this right here, you will see that now the smart order routing is including another pool into the party, right? So it's great to see how this, this trade is being optimized to give you, the user, the best price possible. And now what I can do is go ahead and let's do this swap, right? So I have 500 wrap ETH and 300 token 3s, and I'm gonna go ahead and click swap. So as you would expect in Ethereum, MetaMask will pop up saying that you want to sign this transaction, and you can see that I have a gas price set to 0, and this is because this is testnet, and I can just click confirm, and the trade is being done. You can see here the spinning loading interface, and you can see now that I have 450 wrap ETH, and I have 150 more token 3s. And the cool thing is now the smart order router is actually telling me now that the pool, the trade, if you do this trade again, the pool allocation will be different to maximize and optimize this trade. So I think this is really cool and really amazing to show you guys Balancer working on Moonbeam. Another UI that I prepared for you guys is this pool management UI. So right now, like I mentioned, we don't have the graph working on Moonbase Alpha, but hopefully in the next weeks we'll have an instance of Balancer subgraphs working, because this information is fed by the Balancer subgraph. So I mean, this information that you see right here is currently on Ethereum mainnet, but other functionalities of this web UI actually works. You can wrap some, for example, ETH. I have 450. So before I do this, let me reload this page. So you can see that I have 450 wrap ETH. I'm going to deposit 50 ETH, for example. And once this trade is confirmed and this page will reload the balance, you should see that I'll have 500 wrap ETH down here. Hopefully it reloads in time. If not, I'll just reload this web page. There you go. I have 500 wrap ETH now. I can also create a pool. To create a pool, I first have to set up a proxy if you're familiar with Balancer. So I'll just go ahead and set up my proxy contract. And so once the proxy contract is set up, so the proxy contract is how you interact with the Balancer pools. So I can click next and just add the amount of tokens that I want to add to my pool, right? So I can add, for example, let's put 50% in wrap ETH, and I'll put 100 in amount, 25% token 1. I'm not really sure about the amounts I should set, but this is just for demo purposes, right? Oops. And then basically, if I approve the proxy as an expender in this ERC20 tokens, I'll just set up a swap fee, for example, and I can just click this warning message and just create. I cannot do it right now because I have to, approve the proxy as an expender. But for the purpose of the demo, we wanted to show you guys this proof of concept. And like I mentioned before, we're looking for teams to actually take this long term and support this deployment of Balancer in Moonbase Alpha long term. And there are grants being issued by both Balancer and Moonbeam, right? So yeah, I mean, that's it for my presentation. Thanks a lot. I hope you liked the demo.